let's be real. The Amazing World of Gumball isn't just good, it's the world's best cartoon. No other show blends animation styles, meta humor, and raw emotion this flawlessly. It's weird, wild, and way too smart for its own good, and nothing else comes close. Today, we're looking at the 5 biggest reasons why The Amazing World of Gumball may just be the world's best cartoon. Now, let's start off with one of the biggest reasons The Amazing World of Gumball stands out from literally every other cartoon on the planet: its visual style. Gumball doesn't stick to one animation type. Gumball doesn't follow the rules of animation. It throws the rulebook in a blender and hits puree. We're talking 2D characters chilling with CGI dinosaurs, bumping into stop-motion hot dogs, getting yelled at by puppets, pixelated monsters, and then boom, a random live-action human walks by like it's totally normal. And somehow it works. It shouldn't, but it does. That beautiful visual anarchy? That's all thanks to creator Ben Bokale. But it's not just the mixed media madness. Look closer and you'll notice how the characters themselves evolved. Season 1 had that scrappy, almost experimental energy. Thin outlines, weird angles, and that kinda offbeat charm where nothing looked fully finished, but that was the charm. Then comes Season 2. Suddenly everything's brighter. The outlines get thicker, colors more saturated, the animation smoother. Even Penny's shell goes through a quiet glow up. Rounder, softer, almost like she's leveling up along with the show. By Season 3, the designs hit their stride with rounder eyes and smoother animations, but the show kept all of its goofy expressiveness. Gumball evolved visually and leveled up creatively, and that's exactly why we still can't stop watching. But as great as the visuals are, I think everyone will agree with me when I say the single most important thing about Gumball is its humor. The Amazing World of Gumball isn't just funny, it's brilliantly funny. Yes, there are banana slips, screaming chins, and characters who literally explode when they're upset. But peel back the slapstick and there's something else going on here. Something smarter. The humor in Gumball is layered. You'll laugh as a kid because the faces are silly and the timing is perfect. But then you come back years later and suddenly realize, wait, that was a joke about taxes, government surveillance, and internet addiction? Episodes like the internet spiral into full-blown conspiracy theory fever dreams. Mr. Small, he's basically your yoga instructor if he'd gone off grid and never came back. And that sweet love song Darwin sings? Adorable, until you realize it has the energy of a deranged fan fiction set to acoustic guitar. But Gumball isn't just chaos for chaos's sake. It slips in emotional gut punches without warning, and somehow they land. Like that moment when Gumball and Darwin tried to return a video game and end up defending each other in the dumbest, most heartfelt way imaginable. Or when Richard sings to his kids. It's ridiculous, off-key, and weirdly beautiful. It makes you laugh and then ache a little.
No! We're doomed! Ah! What's going on? He's coming! Who's coming? The manager!
But as much as Gumball makes us laugh and unexpectedly feel things, it all comes back to one thing: the people and relationships. At the heart of all Gumball's wild nonsense is something surprisingly wholesome: the Watterson family. And yeah, they're totally chaotic, but that's exactly why we love them. Gumball is the ringleader of mayhem. He's loud, dramatic, always up to something dumb, but he means well, most of the time. Then you've got Darwin, his best friend slash brother slash former pet goldfish. He's sunshine in fish form, pure, kind, and usually the voice of reason when things go sideways, which they always do. Anais might be the youngest, but she's the smartest person in Elmore, no debate. She's constantly trying to keep her brothers in check, but they're, well, Gumball and Darwin. It's a losing battle, but she still tries. Respect. Nicole, the mom, is intense in the best way. She works hard, loves harder, and when she snaps, she snaps. That mom rage is real and hilarious. And then there's Richard, the lovable man-child dad who somehow functions despite having the emotional range of a toddler. But honestly, his goofy love for his family hits harder than you'd expect. Together, this weird little family turns everyday stuff into epic disasters. But even through the madness, there's heart. Real, messy, funny family heart. And that's why we keep watching. But turns out it wasn't just us who saw how special this show was. The industry noticed too. The Amazing World of Gumball entertained us and totally dominated awards shows like Cartoon Heavyweight. It wasn't only a fan favorite, it earned serious respect from the industry too. Gumball won 4 BAFTA Children's Awards, which is a record. Yup, record holder. That's basically the cartoon equivalent of winning MVP 4 times in a row. And honestly, deserved.
And the BAFTA for animation goes to The Amazing World of Gumball. Congratulations.
And the BAFTA is awarded to Ben Buckley, James Lamont, John Foster for The Amazing World of Gumball.
It also picked up an International Emmy Award in 2012 for Best Animation, which means the whole world agreed this show was doing something special. It wasn't just quirky, it was innovative and way ahead of its time. And don't forget the Annie Award win, aka the Oscars of Animation, for Best Children's TV Production. Gumball went toe-to-toe with animation giants and came out on top. Plus, it got nominated for the Kids' Choice Award multiple times. It didn't beat SpongeBob, no one ever does, but the fact that it was in the conversation? Huge. And while the animation and award speaks volumes, there's one part of Gumball that brought the whole thing to life: the voice actors. Much of the Amazing World of Gumball's magic lies not just in its visuals, but in its heart, the voice acting. Starting season 3, Jacob Hopkins stepped into Gumball's shoes and didn't just read lines, he became Gumball. Hopkins trained intensively, honing his diction, pacing, and even singing range to truly capture the character's chaotic spirit. He recalled that his audition was his first voiceover experience, and he nailed it by channeling that unfiltered, quirky energy audiences fell in love with.
I'd have to say, I have a lot in common with Gumball. We're both planners, we both talk really fast, and we get into a little trouble at sometimes, and yeah, and we also like blue, so there you go.
Then there's Terrell Ransom Jr., one of Darwin's best voice actors. Terrell gave Darwin that innocent, kind-hearted tone that we all fell in love with. He made Darwin feel like the emotional glue of the show, even when everything else was pure nonsense. And fun fact, he was a fan of the show before voicing Darwin, which makes it even cooler.
I'm so like Darwin because I am like so loving, I'm pretty humble, and I just like love everything, just like how Darwin.
You've got your genius little bunny sister, and your 6'4" pink bunny dad, and your overworked cat mom who works at a rainbow factory, and every single day of your life you just go on these crazy zany adventures.
What's wild is that Gumball didn't hide voice changes, they embraced them. Whole episodes joked about puberty and switching voices. It's that kind of self-aware, goofy honesty that made the characters feel real, and it's why to this day we hear those voices and instantly smile. Sure, there are great cartoons, and then there's the Amazing World of Gumball. The kind of show you grew up with, rewatched as a teen, and somehow still laugh at as an adult. It's wild, smart, emotional, and just plain fun. Basically, everything a cartoon should be. Then there's an episode where Gumball roasts his own Chinese bootleg version. Bold, petty, and totally meta. Or the other one, where a video game turns real and the family goes full pixel mode, because why not? Gumball never played it safe, and that's why it stood out. What's even cooler is that the show hasn't aged. YouTube clips still go viral, memes still fly. Kids watch it for the laughs, grown-ups rewatch for the satire, fourth wall breaks, and sneaky deep themes. It just hits different. And guess what? It's coming back. Yup, Season 7, now called The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, lands late 2025 on Hulu/Disney+. Plus, a full-length movie is still in the works.
Ah, dude, we're late for school. Ugh, how late? About 7 years.
So, what makes The Amazing World of Gumball the cartoon of a generation? It's more than just the wild animations or the lightning-fast jokes. It's the way the show dared to be everything at once: clever and chaotic, heartfelt and completely unhinged. It gave us a family of misfits, the Wattersons, who somehow made all that madness feel familiar. And through it all, Gumball never talked down to us. It never assumed we needed things simplified. Instead, it trusted us to keep up, to lean in, and to laugh at jokes that hit harder the older we got. That's why it stuck. That's why it mattered. Whether you showed up for Gumball's ridiculous overreactions, Darwin's eternal optimism, or the surreal mess that was their everyday life, this wasn't just a cartoon we watched. It was one that grew up with us. And now, years later, as it prepares to return, it feels less like a reboot and more like a long-lost friend picking up right where we left off. Whether you're in it for the chaos, the feels, or the freaky animation styles, Gumball always delivers. Now hit that like, share your favorite episode, and watch this next video on your screen right now. You'll love it, I promise.